Hi guys, it's me, Laila McQueen from season 8 of RuPaul's Drag Race, and I'm here to show you how to do this look. I know I haven't done a video in a while, you guys. Thank you so much for having me back. So let's get started. Anyways, I started with my base, and now we're gonna go do all the fun colors. You know, make me look real hoary. Okay, I'm going in with some NYX gel liner, and I'm just gonna throw that everywhere. Since Drag Race ended, I've been dressing like a woman and convincing people to love me all over the world. There's a lot of delusional kids out there, and I thank every last one of you. From the bottom of my little Grinch midget heart, I've been able to do all this cool shit and be able to come here and harass all the workers at Sugarpill and just like have a fun time and get paid doing it. Like, that's really cool. It's a lot better than waiting tables. I'm gonna go in with some Sugarpill. I'm using Home Sweet Home. It's my favorite light blue. I'm not just saying that because I'm here. It's like actually the best light blue. You might be wondering, am I doing two different things on two different eyes? Probably. You might be wondering at home, that sure looks uneven. And you'd be right. Throughout my travels, I always knew I wanted to move, and when I got the opportunity to go to all these places, I kind of looked at everywhere I went as a new perspective home. And every time I would go to Chicago, I really felt at home. I really liked the people there. I loved the scene there. I love everything that Chicago had to offer, and it was kind of what I've been looking for. So when it was time to move, it was a no-brainer that I wanted to be in Chicago. Everyone in Chicago is so talented and supportive of each other, and it's just such a good environment. I'm gonna use the Sugarpill Little Twin Stars palette, and I'm gonna throw some of the star ribbon in this because you really can't have enough. A nice lady turquoise. A new woman. A woman unfolds before your very eyes. You saw it here first, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm originally from Boston, and there's not as diverse of a scene in Boston as there is in Chicago. There's kind of a little bit, the nightlife there. In terms of drag, there's something for everyone. And since going there's a lot more parties in Chicago that are like, the drag shows are much more varied. I always interpret it as like Club Kids meets Studio 54. It's like really chill, very encouraging of like queer culture rather than just like drag queens for bachelorette parties. There's lots of new looks. Everyone from pageant queens to like total club monsters and creations. There's everything in between. It's just like so much in like the best way possible. Right out of the package, clean palette with Velocity, also by Sugarpill. I had no friends in school, and I was always very artsy and very into like movies, like behind the scenes, like transformations, like special effects, makeup and stuff like that. And I was always like gay and weird, but didn't really know it at the time. I would like sneak out and go to like the off prides, and there'd be drag queens like in Boston. I'd be so interested in like the concept of like using makeup and completely changing the way you look. I was very attracted to it. I was never really very theatrical, and so being like a visual artist and like a 2D artist, the idea of like makeup and transformations just seemed like all-encompassing and like very much excited me at a lonely place in my life. I'm gonna go in with like a little bit of Sugarpill Poison Plum just to like make it like a little bit darker. I'm gonna use Suburbia, and I'm gonna go in with Dolly Pop too, and I'm gonna add more real whorish blush. A nice like on my temples 80s blush. Some of my favorite non-Drag Race girls, like off the top of my head, and girls who I'm like forgetting, please don't like get mad at me. I really love Varla Jean Merman. I think she's the funniest drag queen, one of the funniest drag queens ever. And she's such a dad out of drag. I love the girls in the UK like Cheddar Gorgeous and Licorice Black and Anaphylactic. All the Chicago girls who haven't been on Drag Race, Lucy Stool, Nico, Tranica, Lady Ivory, Cat Sass, she's a bio queen, still so amazing. Honestly, almost all the girls in Chicago. And Valentine, oh, I love Valentine. If you're from Chicago and you're a drag queen, then you're just like, you make the list of best drag queens ever. Oh, in Minneapolis, there's a lot of really cool, see, now I'm on a roll, Genevieve, the Julia Star, Nocturna, Bad Karma, like so many amazing girls. I'm gonna go carve in a crease or a lid, if you will, with just like concealer I used. I think when I was little, I always wanted to be like an artist. My grandmother saw, and my parents too, saw that I was really like more creative than other kids and like really pushed me to do more artsy things all the time. So I think I always wanted to be some variation of an artist. And I'd also be lying if I said that not everyone like kind of hopes to be like have their 15 minutes of fame happen and be really cool someday. Before I started drag, I was wasting a lot of money at art school and waiting tables. Just like you kids, I got on Drag Race like immediately after I graduated college. I was like really, actually like very lucky. My audition tapes, like the first one was kind of a joke, and then the second one was like, this is what I think they want. By the time the third audition tape happened, I like didn't care. I had like nothing to lose. I was graduating college and I was gonna go live in my parents' basement, so I like ultimately didn't matter. And look at me now, professional woman unfolding before your very eyes. I'm gonna set that concealer with Home Sweet Home again, just so it doesn't crease. I honestly think if I wasn't doing drag full time, I'd still be waiting tables. It's a very real job, and it's a very easy job. It's not very glamorous. I would try to get freelance work, but to pay the bills, you gotta get money fast. And I don't have the body to really sell myself. I never do my makeup even. It's just like not possible. One eyebrow's always arched a little more, one crease is always a little more. Doesn't matter. If you blink enough and move your face, or your face is usually on the ground because you're drunk, it doesn't matter. Okay, now I'm going to just take some like clear lash glue and I'm gonna apply glitter to that lid crease shape I just made to make it nice and pretty. My mother never really wore a lot of makeup, and I had some friends like across the street, like this one friend of mine who had like that one blush palette that had like all those like murky color eyeshadows in it. And I think that was like my first time actually like putting on any sort of makeup. But when I got into makeup, I had one friend who, me and her mom got along really well, and her mom always wore like lots of MAC products and like really nice stuff. And so she took me to MAC and I bought, it was probably foreshadowing to this, but I went, not having any knowledge of makeup, I went and I go, I need that one bright blue eyeshadow. Not much has changed to this day. Also, I like to use brushes to apply glitter just because it's like easier. I love using e.l.f. brushes because they're like really cheap, so you can, I don't feel as bad using them for glitter. When I first like got on Drag Race, or like when our season was out, me and Bob did a tour together in the UK. It was my first time going overseas as an adult and like working. I plugged my tiny little Conair mirror into the wall and blew all the light bulbs out of it. So for the rest of the like 10-day tour was me with a compact half this size in the daylight doing my makeup. So I'm gonna put on eyeliner. Like start with that little precise inner corner. Sometimes this inner corner, like this one usually goes pretty well, and then this one is like, I think that's as close as it's gonna get to being the same. I'm gonna put the top on, and I'm gonna use Inglot, because it's the blackest black eyeliner you can possibly use. I'm doing a subtle liner today because my lashes are so gigantic. So when I got into makeup, I didn't really have like any like beauty inspirations. I think now that everyone does drag or makeup is so like popular now that I think that a lot of people on Instagram and a lot of like also like random kids all over the world, I think like I'm inspired by a lot of different things. When I first started, I really liked Divine's makeup. I really liked like Candy Darling. And I think that now that drag is so popular and there's so many like new indie brands of makeup that a lot of different really talented makeup artists are coming out of the woodworks. I'm kind of inspired by like everyone that I see. I really like Pearl's makeup. I was very inspired by like more artists before the makeup. Cindy Sherman. Cindy Sherman was like this really awesome photographer that always did her own makeup to look like other people rather than like glamour makeup. I just kind of like snowballed all that together into this monster you see before your very eyes. So I have all these like iridescent glitters. This is like a Makeup Forever loose glitter, and these are like Urban Decay like gel liners, and I'm just gonna parade them all around my eyes because you really cannot have enough glitter. Fun fact, I went to high school and only like passed Spanish class because me and my teacher both watched Bad Girls Club. Some products I couldn't ever do drag without. Kevin Aquan Sensual Skin Enhancer, like all under the eyes. It's just like, it doesn't crease, a little goes a long way. It makes me feel rich. It's like really good. I can't do it without all the blue Sugarpill eyeshadows and the white Sugarpill eyeshadow and the black Bulletproof Taco. I can't not use Sugarpill blue eyeshadows. Inglot, the blackest black eyeliner. I think I could get away with it doing drag with just those products. When I put glitter under my eyes, I use like, I ripped a label off, but it's like a clear mascara. Like, cause eyelash glue under your eyes is really not good. I think underneath the eyes, like this area is like so sensitive more than the lid. I feel like it's just so thin. The eyelash glue on your lid is great because you're always blinking and it makes it so your eyes, the glitter doesn't crease. But like below that, it's just hanging out there. I used to not like glitter. I used to like having like a completely matte face. And I was like, this looks so good on stage and in the lights. I'm gonna highlight with Pat McGrath. It's one of the skin fetishes, but there's too much makeup on the back label that I can't read it. But it is exclusive and fucking cute, and I'm very mad that it's exclusive. I'll be so mad when this runs out. Also, total disclaimer, when you're taking off glitter, please, for the love of God, use like masking tape, like not like duct tape, use like masking tape and peel it off. Because I see you women on Instagram being like, oh, glitter in these time-lapse nighttime routine videos, and they're just like scrubbing it all over your face. So little tiny pieces of plastic that shouldn't be near your eyes. So at least do yourself the favor and like properly take them off. Because styes are not fun. Infections and little tiny cuts of plastic in your eye are also not fun. I'm not telling you what you have to do. I'm not your damn mom, but that's for the best. I'm just gonna like add some more dimension to my brows. I'm gonna add a little bit of Little Twin Stars, Sugarpill, and Lala if they're liquid lipstick, but I'm going to put little flecks of it in my eyebrows. Oh, those are cute. I'm gonna throw some lashes on. So I'm putting on lower lashes on Porcelain by Sugarpill, my favorite lower lash ever, and it's one of my favorite products by Sugarpill. And also, while we're speaking about favorite products, do we have a list? Do we have an inventory list? Velocity, Home Sweet Home, Star Ribbon, Kimchi, and all their liquid lips are great. I like liquid lips because I can put them on my brows, I can put them on my eyelids for eyeshadow and my lips. It's just like a very versatile, well-pigmented product. And the red, Love Plus, when I first started doing drag, I was like, I want to look like really like bitchy and irritated, and I saw someone with like red eyes, and I honestly think they just used lipstick at the time. And then someone said, no, you can buy red eyeshadow from Sugarpill. And I was like, I feel like no other brand does red eyeshadow. I love porcelain lashes because they're so spidery. I love my eyes to look like at the end of Rocky Horror when Magenta blinks and she makes that like snake noise, even though she's wearing horrible lashes. Like the essence of that. I feel like it's very like spidery. My biggest tip to anyone, whether you're doing drag makeup or beauty makeup or fantasy makeup, as like a general rule of thumb for doing your makeup is know your face. Understand the shape of your face so you can have your full range to change it. Don't get hell-bent on looking at someone else's photo and trying to look like them, because you always won't. Like Miss Fame has great makeup, but sometimes she has such an angular face that for someone like me with a really rounded face and a harsh crease, it doesn't work that way. So just learn your face and then you can change it into whatever you want. And this is lemon head glitter, locally made in LA. I'm not great at coloring in the lines or without lines. So even though I wear liquid lipstick, I still line my lips. I would just love to continue to have a drag career. I think this is a really fun ride, and I'm like not a musician, but I'd really like to do more art and more things through drag and just cool events and cool looks. And I don't want to like limit myself to saying I only want to do bar gigs and I only want to do this and I'm not a singer in this, but like I'll go wherever my drag career takes me and keep doing cool art in drag and out of drag. I'm gonna use what I use on my eyebrows, which is a little Twin Stars Sugarpill liquid lip in LAILA. It's like kind of like Layla, but not like at all. Ooh, that's fucking cute. Sometimes with liquid lips, when I put on my top lip, it really tickles. Like right now. I'm gonna put my moles on, but I use a Sharpie. It doesn't crack, it stays on, and it comes off with coconut oil. I'm gonna go put on a wig and an outfit, and we're gonna hope for the best that I come back and look pretty decent. Well, voila, this is the finished look that we've done today. It's very, very lady of the night, very prostitute-y, but like with a little like glitz and glam and sugar and spice and nothing nice. Thank you guys for tuning into this, and you can find me passed out behind the dumpster of the Sugarpill warehouse, but also on Instagram at Miss Laila McQueen, Twitter at Laila McQueen, and Venmo, right? That's a thing to do now. People give Venmo. You can find me all over the internet. You can find me all over the world in a city near you. And thank you for tolerating this. And like and subscribe somewhere on YouTube. Thank you guys. Mwah.